Hi guys, Rash here again from Teamrash, the agency, week ending the 8th of June 2025. Here's the stats from last week. Pretty evident. As I mentioned last week, the number here of stock this week at 4,145 properties. This is 200 properties less than last week because we had 4,250 properties. I predicted this was going to get around the 4,000 or just under. It got close. If we had sold 1,000 properties, which we saw 911 on the top of the page, if we sold 1,000 properties, would be close to that 4,000 properties on the market. But 900 to 1,000 is relatively a great result either way. And our absorption rate still sits around that 23%, which is the number of sales that take place divided by the stock on the market. So that 23% is consistent. We're finding that less properties are getting on the market to replace the demand that's in there. So the stock levels drop. Same time last year with 3,200 properties, we're at 4,145. 4 weeks ago, you could see there was an additional 750 properties on the market, which means that stock is continuing to drop. If we sold 1,000 properties on the market per week, 900,000, we'd have only about a month or a little over a month's worth of stock on the market. No stock came on the market. So this is actually scary. Now is the time for buyers to take their hands out of their pocket and jump in the market. Jump in the market because of these two factors. Stock continues to drop, similar to where we had last year this time. Of course, there's 1,000 more properties than we had last year this time, but the demand continues with interest rates dropping as well. So this might be a small window for you to go buy a property as the gap between what people can afford and actually buy is continuing to widen. So jump in there. Another solid week for the Perth market. It's go time. Now's the time for you to jump in there and buy a property before the market continues to grow. Have a good week. We'll speak to you soon.